are joined now by a supermodel-turned-super spokeswoman for moms, Christy Turlington Burns. Can we please give it up for this woman right here? Yes! Yes! She has teamed up with Amy Schumer to help other women share their tales of motherhood in arrival stories. It is so good. And I love the conversation that we were having during the commercial break, just getting caught up in everything. It's a beautiful book.
Thank you so much.
Tell everybody how this idea came about. It was kind of sparked a little bit by Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Amy, I think most people know that she had a pretty rough pregnancy. She documented it really pretty much the whole way through. She suffered from hyperemesis, which means that she was pretty sick all the way through to the end. And during those months, as I was watching her, I would send messages of support, as you do, as a mom, like, it'll get better, it's gonna be fine. And she'd say, it's not getting better. After she had her son, she called me and she said, you know, we need to start talking about our experiences and our stories. Like, we need to share our stories before we find ourselves in this place of becoming a parent or after giving birth. We can help each other. We can support each other if we share just the hard stuff, the great stuff, the difficult stuff. All of it, exactly. So that's the idea. We reached out to friends, got a lot of people to contribute, and we have pretty much, I mean, I can't say we covered the whole spectrum of motherhood, but we've hit a lot of the various experiences that you can have bringing
and one of the friends who contributed, Serena Williams, she talked about her journey with her daughter Olympia, her arrival. Why was it important for you to include her in the book? Her
story did more for the issue of maternal health and maternal mortality than any other story, I have to say. Here you have, like, our most powerful woman, one of the most famous women on the planet, who happens to just know her body so well. And when things didn't go as they should go or as planned, she knew what to ask for, she demanded certain kind of care, and she got it. But she really was representing Black women who do not get listened to in our medical institutions, who are ignored, who are disrespected, and to have her in this place of power, to be able to put voice to some of those other experiences and stories, it just opened up so much in the conversation.
I have to congratulate and thank you. You're being so articulate with our set rattling and falling apart behind you. But I hope we're going to fix it in just a second. Tell us about Every Mother Counts.
So I started Every Mother Counts in 2010. I had a postpartum complication after delivering my daughter, who's now 18 years old. And that experience opened my eyes to a global tragedy that people don't talk about. We assume that motherhood just happens. It comes easily. We watch on television and movies like push, push, and here's your baby. And it could be no farther from that in reality. So my experience really opened my eyes, and my first thought was, like, how do we make it better for the next mother? How do we improve the experience for all women, all families, all birthing people? So I've really dedicated my life and all of my time in this last 12 years to really trying to raise awareness.
How can people connect to it?
everymothercounts.org. We also have a campaign out to go with the book, My Arrival Stories, and we are really inviting people to share their stories. I think it's so important to not only share the things when they go wrong, but the things when they go really well, because we need to see it in order to experience it. So please share your stories.
And everybody has a story to tell.
And everybody has a story to tell.
Can you tell us the story of Grace as a model? I mean, how did that all come about, and what are your hopes for her?
Oh gosh, it's not something that I have even said out loud because I'm in denial. She has done one photo shoot. I sort of pushed back on the idea of this, and I said, when you're 18 and you've gotten into college, then yes, I guess I don't have a lot of control. So this is the beginning of that, but school comes first. She is a very special person with a lot of talents, and so I'm trying to encourage her to explore all of those talents as well.
And tell
you
us about
sound
this.
like a mom right now.
A proud mom.
A proud mom indeed.
But also really, really quickly, the docu-series. You're teaming up with Naomi Campbell, you're with Cindy Crawford, and you're going back. How was it to relive that and being around them and some of the experiences that you had with them in the 90s?
Well, these are sort of my high school friends, right? Like that's who I grew up with. And so my peers and people are sort of fascinated with this time in the late 80s and early 90s. And in the early days of the pandemic, I feel like, you know, we had an opportunity to come together and think about how to tell that story. And so it should be coming out next year with Apple and Imagine Films. And we're really excited to kind of go back down memory lane, but also to, you know, really celebrate. We've lost a lot of people in our industry. it's a time that has passed, and it's going to be a nice moment to kind of look back and celebrate it together.
We're going to look forward to that moment. You are a delight, and you are a pro. I agree with George. That noise has been like rattling behind us, and you were focused. Focused. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Arrival Stories, Women Share Their Experiences of Becoming Mothers is available right now. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.